Okay, so I'm not really good at this whole like video thing, and I'm just sort of starting to dabble in it a little bit. But anyway, so little introduction. My name is Cassie. I am the owner of Salon Love and Hairpiece. I have been a hair loss specialist for a really long time. I've been working in women's hair loss for over 20 years. My salon is a women's hair loss salon, a safe space. We focus a lot on trichotillomania, post-chemo, alopecia. We have a lot of girls that are really young. You know, doing what we do, it's so rewarding. I can't imagine doing anything else. Excuse my weird little pimple patch, but yeah, my daughter kind of saved my life there. But anyway, you know, doing what we do is different than a regular salon, right? You're dealing with a lot of emotions. Sometimes I come home and I'm just depleted from taking on the energy of what my clients have gone through that day or whatever they've gone through that they've told me about. But recently, and I'm not a person to trash another stylist, I actually super hate it when people come on social media platforms and they trash other salons or other stylists. I think that it's really tacky when it comes to like their work, because right, we're all in a different stage of learning. We're all trying to get better at what we do, at least if you're someone who cares about what you're doing. But where my problem lies is, you know, back when I started doing what I do, there was almost like no one in the industry that did this for a living, right? And now there's this like abundance, this new wave of stylists who are doing like mesh integrations, hair extensions, K-tips, you know, wefts, whatever. And I think that's great. I do. I think that's great. I think that there needs to be more of us. But the problem is two things. One, you need education. If you're going to be working in hair loss, you need to know the types of hair loss. You need to know how to use gentle words. You need to know, you know, what method is appropriate for what person. You need to understand trichotillomania. You need to understand what your clients are going through when they're going through chemotherapy. So it takes time. It takes time. It's not something that happens overnight. There's no 8-hour, $4,000 class that you can take. It takes dedication, time, effort, energy, and compassion. But what I'm writing about tonight, which I'm not even writing, what I'm talking about tonight is the money, okay? The money that this industry is charging people. So when you have hair loss, hair extensions, hair pieces, wigs, they are not a luxury service, okay? Listen to me. They are not a luxury service, okay? They are a service for everyday human beings, everyday people who are going through things where they need this to get out of bed. They need this to feel good about themselves. They need this to look in the mirror and think, I'm worthy, I love myself, like I'm okay to go out of my house today. Okay, that's not a luxury service. And there are people out there charging these women going through these things astronomical prices, okay? I have a problem with that. I do. I don't think we shouldn't charge what we're worth, but I don't think charging $9,000 for extensions is acceptable. I really don't. But I came into a situation this week with a young girl. She has been battling cancer since she was 9 years old, okay? 9. She's 16 now. Breaks my heart. Her mother, when she came into the salon, so she came into the parking lot, there was like someone taking a lot of time to get out. She was getting a little frustrated. She kind of like flew into the parking lot in like a crazy sort of way. And my, you know, salon coordinator and other girls in the salon were like watching this, and they were like, oh my God, like I hope this woman is going to be like chill when she gets in here, because like her driving erratic seemed really, seemed stressful, right? So I go into it with an open mind, and they come into the salon. And I look into this mother's eyes and I can tell her nervous system is shot. Okay, she is on overload. She has been at the forefront battling for her daughter since she was 9 years old. Okay, this is a woman who has advocated, who has stayed by her child when she was sick. I don't even want to get into the details that they told me, but there were other things that happened that were not okay within the treatment at the hospital that she was at that were wildly not okay and would 100% work for malpractice. But you know what? She needs them to continue to treat her daughter. So there's that. Anyway, so she goes to a salon in her area in Pennsylvania where this woman is like a specialist, okay, this specialist in hair loss. And this woman sells her a $4,000 wig, okay? $4,000. Now, I don't have a problem with it being $4,000. There's tons of wigs out there that cost more than that. That cost $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 even. But for $4,000, this wig better be a bad bitch, okay? So, I'm looking at her wig when she comes into my salon. And I said, oh, did you get a synthetic wig? And she said, no. And I was like, is that it right there? Yes. I'm like, baby girl, that's not real hair, that's synthetic. Can I tell you, this woman sold her a $4,000 wig, told her it was human hair, okay? Obviously it wasn't. It started to dread up and mat. She had issues with it. It was way too big for her head, etc. So the mother brought up the concerns. The stylist and the owner like flipped on the mom, telling the mom like, oh, you're accusing me of these things, like basically gaslighting the mom, trying to turn it around like it was her fault. So anyway, she decides that she's gonna get her another wig, but only under the conditions that she signs something saying that she will not sue her, which to me, massive red flag, right? Like, I've been doing this for 20 years. I've never had anyone sign a document saying you're not gonna sue me. Like, that's so crazy that you even have that on hand. But only the dad signed it. So I am never someone, like, I'm a small business owner. I'm never someone to advocate for bad reviews or for even like refunds. Like, give your stylist a chance to rectify the situation, make it right. Like, it takes a lot for me to say like you need a refund or you need to leave a review, etc. The way that she was treated, the way she treated a 16-year-old girl who has been fighting for her life for 7 years is disgusting, despicable. It's taking everything in me not to call this salon out because I know who they are, right? It's taking everything in me not to put her on blast because you're not ethical. You're lying. Okay, you told her it was human hair, it was synthetic. There's no way this wig didn't cost her. There's no way it cost her any more than $100. Literally. Like, and you charged her $4,000. Like, there's a special place in hell for people like that. Like, I make a good living, okay? My shop does well, my girls are busy. Most of them have been with me for 10 plus years. We are a team. We work together as a family. And we don't have to take advantage of people. We don't have to rate people on prices. We can stay affordable for an average normal person and still make a good living. But most importantly, we don't lie to our clients. Like, if you want me to tell you who this salon owner is, let me know because I am this close to putting it out there on the internet. Like, I literally can't. I really would love to make a TikTok or like a YouTube that's just exposing the frauds and the shams of the hair industry, especially wigs and hair extensions. Like, I just want to put it all out there. I just want to expose everyone because there are so many people doing ugly, ugly, ugly things to vulnerable women. And I'm sick of it. Okay, anyway, that's my rant for tonight. Thanks.